because I was in a strange town, and Reading was not like where I come from. I came from Galveston, and Garland at that time was like another country, you know. We lived differently and stuff, and I voted when I lived in Galveston years before anybody else voted anyplace else. And so when I got here, I thought, I just can't live in a place like this. And I stayed a month. By that time, I'd met my husband, and he had decided he wanted to marry me. And I said, no, I'm not interested. I had the small baby. Well, he wasn't a baby, he was about 4 years old, and 4 or 5. And I said, he'll have to make the decision whether we marry or not. And he thought that was the worst thing he'd ever heard. And I said, yeah, but we're like one. You know, it's just the two of us. And we had gone through, it wasn't bad for me. I had finished college, and I had a good job. I was, you know, and I had a farm, and I was set. And I thought, this will be good. You can go and you'll be set up, and you won't have to work. Because he was a bootblack, but he was a good one. And he spent his life supporting me. Everywhere I went, he was there with me. And he had a stroke for 25 years, and he still went with me. And the worst thing for him was riding in an automobile. It made him nervous. He had a Thelma syndrome, which is pain all over the body. And it was weird when he got it. No doctor in this town had ever seen it. That stroke, it was that hard. And so we got a doctor from San Francisco that diagnosed him. But he supported me in a way to get decent jobs where they could make enough money to make a good living. And they came back to this town because I was here. And I wasn't too sure about that, but when I retired, they said, what are you going to do? And I said, I'm going to go home and spend the last years with my mother. And they said, you can't go, we came back with you. And Bob has his home here, Russell has his home here, C.W. has his father's home, which was my other son's home. And so they came here to be with me, so I feel like I'm really taken care of. And C.W. is my caretaker now, he and his wife. They take care of me. And and as well as Gloria, she comes over and she tells me off. And she kind of keeps me on the right track. But I wanted to say about the city. It was so bad to live here. They wouldn't allow you to buy property or anything. They wouldn't give you a decent job or anything. And over the years, I confronted those people every time something came up. I was there. And you know, the council would change, but I was the same. Unbelievable. And I said, you know, I'm the one been in your face all these years. And you did this for me. And you know, it was the most astounding thing that had happened to me as of that date. But now that I've been to see the black president and been to the inauguration, I think that was wonderful. You know, when I was going to go, my grandson said, I'll go with you and I'll take a wheelchair and put you in it.